Hi, welcome to Centerville Reports Today. I'm Maureen Russell-Hodson. The Centerville City Schools has a reputation of excellence, but are you aware of the Centerville Education Foundation? They support those city schools, and here to tell us more, we have Rajiv Goyal, who is a trustee with the Centerville Education Foundation, Christy Woods, who is a 5th grade teacher at Normandy Elementary School, and Dave Gurrell, who is the president of the foundation. And thank you all so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, when we talk about, I think everybody knows Centerville City Schools. They're wonderful, great opportunities, but I think there's this support organization, the Centerville Education Foundation, that we may not know a whole lot about. So Dave, tell us about it.
Sure. Yeah, the Education Foundation has been around since 1983. The organization was started by a complete volunteer board, and the board generally we get together once a month and figure out ways to support education in the classrooms for students going beyond the school system. And we do a number of activities like our teacher grant program, our scholarships, and our annual Hall of Fame dinner as well.
And we're going to talk primarily today about the grant program. And I think what you said about teachers and classrooms, that's really where it all starts for everybody. So tell us about what this grant program is, and it's a little bit different this year, right?
It is a little bit different this year, yeah. But backing up just a bit, the primary reason for the teacher grant program is that essentially teachers have enough funding to sort of fund basic education, but Centerville teachers want to go above and beyond what we would all consider basic education to be.
And they're expected to as well,
And they're
right?
expected to
Right,
as well,
yeah.
and that's what we've all come to expect from Centerville. And so teachers are always innovating and always coming up with ideas for new and unique projects and creative projects that they can do with their kids in their classrooms to really engage them and to break new ground. And they don't always have the funds to purchase like basic supplies and equipment to fund those new projects. So that's where Centerville Education Foundation comes in and provides grant money to teachers to do these special projects in their classrooms that are really going to engage their kids. And so this year, what's new about it is that teachers have written applications for grant money that they submitted to the foundation, and we posted those on our website, and that's what's new this year. We've never done that before. We've
As
never
individual projects.
as
right?
individual projects on the website. That's right. So we've never been this transparent about where foundation money is going. And so for the first time this year, it's all up on the website, and the public can browse through all of the teacher grant applications and see which ones that they're passionate about and decide to maybe donate to one or more of those if they feel inclined.
And I think a lot of people would be very surprised to know that Centerville City School teachers are using money out of your own pocket, right, Christy?
Yep.
To fund the projects that you want to do in your classroom, but that's kind of where we are.
Yes, and I was very surprised. I was very happy to know that we can write these proposals to get money, because before then I'd been spending all this money and thinking, you know, this is just the way it's going to be, and if I want to do a certain project, I may have to downsize it a little bit because the money isn't there coming out of my own pocket. So when I found out, well, you can write a proposal for some of these activities you want to do, I was very happy to find out that that's the case, and very excited at the prospect of
It can be
getting
a
my project
substantial
funded.
amount of money as
Yeah.
well. We've found that over the years that the foundation has been supporting the program, the grants, there's been anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 in money being spent by teachers on initiatives that we think really enhance the experience for the kids.
Right, and it's so important, I guess, to take them beyond maybe what you would expect in the classroom.
In order for them to be excited, we have to be excited. So I wanted to come up with something that was going to enrich their opportunity. Instead of just doing the lessons, now we're going to do some culminating activities, which is what I'd planned as we do the Maya, Aztec, Incas, and Mississippians. So after each group of lessons, each unit, then we get to do a culminating activity, something that's going to help it soak in a little bit, something exciting that they're going to take away and remember. So one of our projects that we have partially on display was to make these models of the mounds that we talked about. But the thing is, all of this takes a lot of money, and if I put as much into it as I wanted to, that would be over $300 and some. So that's where I'm.
But parents or citizens can peruse the website, find your project, and then donate any amount toward it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We would like to ask for $25 donations from as many people as we can. But
Which
yeah,
is
you
very
can
manageable when you think about your helping classroom.
Absolutely, but you can donate less. You can donate more. So it's absolutely up to you. We welcome donations of any amount. But I think the important thing is for citizens and alumni and community members to now know exactly where their money is going, and feel confident that their money isn't just going into like administrative costs or costs that don't really support their values, which happens with a lot of nonprofits. I think when you donate to a nonprofit, you're not entirely sure what your money is being used for, and so we're just trying to be more transparent about it.
And Christy, your project is, as we said, it's on the website now because it's live. You can go right now and look at projects. And so you were saying this is phase one.
This is phase one,
Yeah.
and when we're finished with this one, we're starting another one, exciting one tomorrow, which I can't wait. And it's going to be building something called chinampas, which are floating gardens, and that takes a lot of money. We tried this last year with very low funds, and it didn't work out so well. So in order to make it better, the kids to get excited about it, it's going to take more materials. So the materials I have to buy really add up. So
So you can look and you're making a plea for your project.
Yes, please support. There's so much. It's so exciting. Anyone who reads the proposal can find I'm really trying to make it fun for the kids and memorable for the kids. But
And this supports from this fall through spring of this year, the proposals, right? Or do they go beyond that?
No, it can the teachers can implement their projects at any time during the school year, so it could be fall or spring. It doesn't matter. We give out the grant money to the teachers in January after sort of the fundraiser is over and we see how much we were able to raise. Then we write the checks to the teachers in January. But the projects can really occur anytime.
Well, tell us about some of the other projects, because I know we have some great pictures of kids at work and kids engaged, and that's really what we want to see throughout because it's kindergarten through grade 12, right?
Well, actually, even before kindergarten, we have some preschool projects as well. Yeah, but K through 12 is basically what we support. Yeah, I mean, one of my favorite ones is one at the high school called precious metal clay, and it's just because I had never heard of this substance called precious metal clay. And that's because it's fairly new. It was invented by the Japanese fairly recently. And it's this clay that's made out of like copper or silver or gold, and you can mold it with your fingers just like you would clay. And then you put it in the oven and it hardens, and out comes like a pure copper piece of jewelry or whatever it was that you made. And so you're basically able to make jewelry without having to forge it using traditional forging tools. And so, but this is a very new thing, and most of the industry actually isn't even aware
Yeah, I'd never heard of that before.
of this. And so the kids who, if we're able to fund this grant, the kids in that class, and it's a material science class and an art class at the high school, collaboration between material science and art. And if we are able to give that grant, the kids can do this project, they will actually be ahead of like a lot of people in the industry. Coming out of high school, they'll know stuff that,
And that's really what we need and expect, and colleges are looking for, right? Kids who have kind of beyond maybe the typical classroom experience.
Absolutely.
I think that would fit in very well with what we're doing too. So
Yes.
like that'll work very well with ours next year.
Next year. All right.
Well, and I think sometimes maybe we don't think about, the schools could use a couple extra bucks, or the teacher could use some additional funds to help support that project, because this is just one of probably several projects that you're planning throughout the school year.
Oh yes,
yeah.
Our whole 5th grade team at Normandy, we tried to do a lot of hands-on activities because it helps the kids retain the information, and they so look forward to it. They can't wait for tomorrow when we get to do our next culminating activity. They're like, when are we doing it tomorrow? What time are we doing it tomorrow? And again, it's as long as the money's there, I'm just hoping in January that I'm going to get a check, because then I know I can put that back into my credit card. So
Right, and I would imagine look for projects for the next year.
Yes.
That you'll be
yes.
working on.
What works or what we can build onto.
So for when people go to the website, and let's kind of walk you through that, what you would go to, because it's centervilleeducation.org, which is pretty easy to find. This is what you're going to see on the front page, right?
Well, this is one of the proposals. On
On
the front page, you'll just see some basic information about our fundraiser and our progress towards our goal. Our goal is $10,000.
This is your pet project.
This is one of my favorites, yeah. And then from the homepage, you can then go to and then browse all 23 of the projects that are there. from the various teachers across all the grade levels, from K all the way up through 12, like
Was
you
there a
said,
limit
so.
to the number of proposals that you would accept, or is 23 the number that actually made the proposals?
Do you want to talk a little bit about the criteria? We received 50 applications
Okay.
from teachers, and we chose 23. Do you want to talk a little bit about that process?
Sure, I think it's fairly straightforward. There is a number of criteria that we have with the foundation that say that it's curriculum enhancing. It goes above and beyond the budgetary guidelines that are for the classroom specifically. It's supposed to touch a lot of students, so it's supposed to be, there's a breadth component as well. So we get the proposals that come in, and as Rajiv said, there was over 50 or nearly 50 this go around, and we sit down as a group and read through every one of them. I know that the teachers work really hard on putting these together, so we really want to be very careful in evaluating each one, and then based on a anticipated, kind of a budget that we're looking for, we look at the ones that do qualify, and then that's when we decided we'd go ahead and post them on the website.
So you could ask for as little as, how much is your project, Christine?
Over $300.
Okay, so $300 to what would be maybe the top budget?
This year we set a maximum at $500,
okay.
just because of just purely because of the limitation of our own funds. We would like to eventually get to the point where we can give teachers more than $500, but at this point, that's sort of the limit.
Okay, so you can go right to the website and make a direct payment there.
Yep,
Choose
it's all
your project
Yep.
or projects.
It's
we
super
hope.
easy, and that's another thing we've done this year is just to make the donation process easy. It's all online. You can use your credit card. Previously, you had to physically write out a check and mail it in to our address, but it's super streamlined now and really easy to do.
So if I can just add to that, Rajiv, I think the other thing that we've done to enhance that donation experience is allow you to, if time is a constraint for you as a member of the community, you can just go ahead and donate to the general fund, and we'll disperse it based on the applicants that have applied.
That's very easy. So you can
Yeah.
just go right to the website and do that. I want to talk real quickly just about where people might see you all in the community, because I know you'd mentioned earlier Americana Festival.
Yeah.
So this is not, you're not an organization that kind of hides, you're out in the public a lot.
We are, and I think at a recent choir concert, Rajiv was there and talked about the Centerville Education Foundation. We attend a lot of the athletic events as well, including the volleyball games and the soccer games and things like that. So we try to stay very connected. The other trustees that are on the board as well are integrated to the community. A lot of you probably know Dr. Henderson, and Dr. Henderson is a regular member of our board and is active in the community as well.
And then you also have teacher awards or your Hall of Fame too.
Right, yeah, the Hall of Fame event is our annual banquet that honors the Teachers of the Year. We honor scholarship winners, we honor alumni, a number of different another group of constituents of the community are honored at that event. It's a big event that we hold here in Centerville, and it's usually in April, around the 3rd or 4th week of April.
I think for so many people, when you say Centerville, they think Centerville City Schools. We hear it all the time, and how outstanding it is and why people want to move here and stay in these schools. And it's maybe we don't realize all the time that we do need to support our teachers. We need to support the activity that goes on in the classroom. And this is a good reminder that the foundation is here. You can go to the website. Again, it's centervilleeducation.org. It can't be any easier than that.
Yeah.
But really, I think, too, it gives people an idea of what's going on in the classroom.
Sure.
If you've not been in school for a while, it might blow your mind of all the exciting activities happening.
There may be even another avenue that we've seen recently is a lot of the class reunions that are held. We're connected to the class reunions through the class presidents, and we continue to get donations from the reunion class when they come back and they want to support the teacher grants as well. So each class reunion that is held, we see them there, and during their tour of the school, we talk a little bit about the foundation and the goals, and generally we get a donation from them as well.
They remembered what they loved in school.
I was going to say EPND, right?
That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thanks so much for being here. We hope that you will take a moment to go to the website, centervilleeducation.org, and make a donation. We'll see you next time.